Um, Beside touring and concerts, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Do you have any special projects that you are working on?
Yeah, I'm actually devising. I've just done a musical called Come Dancing. It was on stage last year, and they want to tour it in England with me narrating it. That's interesting. I've done my own Kinks documentary about our last concert we did, not the one in Oslo, because the Kinks' very last concert was in Oslo. But this is the last English concert we did, and I've got footage of that, and I'm putting that together. And I think there's another book that they want me to do. So
about the Kinks?
No, this is a book about Americana, America, and my experiences recently in America, my passage to New Orleans and
the shooting and
but I want to do it in a kind of interesting way because America to me has been a very hit and miss situation, or up and down relationship. I think the publishers are interested in my relationship with America and its relationship with itself, because it's we'll see, but that's down the line. That's in a year or two.
But on all the big issues that you are involving yourself in these days, beside the United States, are there things that you are
I still like writing good tunes, right? Doing this thing, music. You know, I wanted to be a painter, you know, and maybe make films and do theatre. And songwriting came to me like a gift. It was a gift from the heavens, you know, because a new way to express myself, and I'm very grateful to that. But I still I get a charge out of writing a good tune. Just, you know, one a day, whether they're popular hits, whether they ever even get recorded. I just like to keep that creativity moving.
So you're going to
and
continue
also
to touring and
also I'd like to have a life.
yeah.
And I've obviously got a personal life that I think when I had my injury, I lost about 2 years of my career. I worked really hard to re-establish that, but now I want to sort of, you know, there are people who love me and care about me personally. I hope they still do. I'm going to catch up on some of that, but if I'm not creative, I don't function very well as a person. It's part of my mechanism. You know?
Balance in life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Will we ever see the Kinks reunited?
Well, I've been in the studio with Mick Avery, the drummer, and Jim, the bass player, the last bass player we had, and we tried some stuff out this year, and there's some interesting little ideas coming out. It depends on whether my brother Dave Davies is part of that. You know, he had his own health problems, but I'd like to think that there is a chance that might happen, because it is this touring band I've got. I'm playing Oslo or Norway, playing all over Norway this time. Is a very special band, but there's nothing quite like the Kinks. We were not the greatest players, but we played together well. It's like a good football team. You know, it doesn't have star players, and I'd like to think that there is still something to say. I wouldn't do it if it was just old hits. I'd do it if we had some good new music as well. So.
Your brother write anything?
Yeah, he's still writing. You know, I'd like to write with him, because I know people talk about the rivalry and the fights and disputes, whatever, between us, but when we get together, we are very creative people. We've good fire off the sparks fly, but the good ideas come. Yeah.
Not like the Oasis brothers. I think.
Well, I think the same could apply to them, because, you know, that it is this sibling rivalry that sometimes makes it work, and it may have been the same for them. I'm not entirely sure. The secret is learning how to harness and to, you know, charge all that charged up energy, and maybe the same, maybe not.
How do you relax when you are touring?
That's a good question. I like to keep active. I go to the gym. I have to stay fit, you know, to do what I do. As long as I've done it, I have to stay fairly fit. And relaxing, I like to read a book occasionally, and read scripts, write new ideas down, watch TV sometimes. I like watching TV languages I don't understand, because I'm a body language. I like people to communicate with body language, and I do travel all over the world. And but there are English films. The English language is like a plague. It's everywhere. You know, sometimes I like to escape from Englishness. People say that I'm an English writer, but I write, you know, about certain things. But I do admire other cultures very much. Yeah, that's why I like touring, to see different aspects of life and what people do, and how they. Everybody's got basically the same problems. You know, fundamentally the same thing. I like to see how other people adapt to it and how they get through life.
I talked with Bill Wyman last year, and I asked him the same. He's not touring that much nowadays, but he said that it was absolutely necessary for him to be friends with the other musicians, have a social life within the group.
Sure.
Is that important for you too?
To hang out. Musicians like to hang out. I think it's impossible to play with a musician you can't have a beer with or can't converse with. You know, otherwise it just like becomes numbers. You know, you may as well just have a musical score in front of you and say, play that. I like to have a telepathy with all the musicians I work with, and that's why this band's that I've got for this tour is good, because now I feel a telepathy, something that's unwritten, something psychological happening, and that's good. I enjoy that.
Is there anything more that you want to tell us that you think is important?
No, just be happy.